Welcome to Surviving the Side Hustle podcast, the place where expert-based business owners learn how to build momentum, avoid burnout, and create sustainable success on their own terms. I'm your host, Rob Tracy, strength and conditioning specialist turned founder and CEO of Prime Performance Coaching, the personal performance strategy firm for high-achieving business owners and operators. I partner with driven entrepreneurs to implement the Prime Performance process, an awareness-based operating system that's helped me and countless solopreneurs and small business owners evolve from just being high performers on the edge of burnout to prime performers building sustainable success. The impact of Prime Performance process has led me here, where I'll show you how to get unstuck and design your own Prime Performance life without sacrificing your health, relationships, or sanity. So whether you're hustling after hours or scaling your passion project, today and here you're going to get real stories, science-backed strategies, and practical frameworks to help you excel every step of your journey. It's time. Let's get intentional, build momentum, and become prime performers together. We'll get started just after this message. If you're an ambitious business owner or side hustler who's ready for a breakthrough, tired of spinning your wheels, looking to slide past burnout and build real momentum, I'd love to invite you to book a free Prime Performance strategy session with me or one of our strategists. This is your chance to get personalized insight on what's been holding you back and get a clear path to move forward. No fluff, just actionable strategy. So if you're interested, visit survivingthesidehustle.com/free call to request your spot now. Again, that's survivingthesidehustle.com/free call. Looking forward to helping you become a prime performer. What's up? Welcome back to a Friday recap of Surviving the Side Hustle. So let's kick it off by asking you something a little uncomfortable. How many opportunities have crossed your path in this last year that you didn't act on? A skill you already have, a connection you already know, a hobby you already enjoy, a problem you already solved for yourself, and you just let these opportunities go. That's what today's conversation is about, because this week I interviewed Bart Merrill on the guest interview earlier this week. And Bart exposed that all these things that we covered, so much great stuff around side hustles, because he's like the side hustle samurai. So when we typically think of side hustle, most people think of like Uber or DoorDash, selling stuff online, trying to book random gigs for different things. But Bart lives differently. He doesn't just do side hustles. He thinks in monetization, and that shift changes a lot. So Bart didn't choose the unconventional path on purpose. Originally, he had a dream of becoming an FBI agent. Serial killers, investigation, strategy. Then one eye surgery disqualified him from achieving his dream. Boom. Dream over. Wake up time. That moment alone could have defined his identity. Instead, though, it redirected it. And that's the first lesson. When one path closes, your skill set doesn't just disappear. It just needs a new outlet. Bart said something that really stuck out. He said, when something crosses your path, good, bad, or ugly, he often asks one question: can I monetize this situation? And that's it. He doesn't sit there and say, hey, is this fair, or why me, or this sucks, or what will people think? He just goes, can I monetize this? And that mindset is radical ownership. One of the most powerful examples that he shared is a school bus driver. She wanted to buy a limo bus for events. He had her go through this little exercise saying, what is it that you like? What do you need? What are you already doing? And then 2 days later, she wakes up at 3 a.m. She realizes she could take one single test and become certified, I should say, administer CDL driving exams. No marketing needed. The state hands out her name, and she already had the skill. She just didn't see the angle. So ask yourself, like, how many of us are sitting on something like that right now that you could take advantage of and monetize? Bart shared another powerful moment. When his wife had cancer or had the scare of cancer, his first thought wasn't just emotional, it was financial. Like, can we afford this kind of questions? And that's real and raw. And that's what most people don't talk about. That moment changed how seriously he took the idea of multiple income streams. Because here's the truth, when life hits, hey, sorry for the interruption. It's me, Rob, and I hope you're enjoying today's conversation. But I wanted to remind you, if you're a driven entrepreneur or an expert-based business owner who wants to get unstuck, create sustainable momentum, and really start moving forward, I've got a free resource just for you. You can download my 5 keys to clarity and momentum. It's a PDF guide. It's a quick read, and it'll help you cut through the noise, clarify your next steps, and start building the systems that you need for sustainable success. So if you're new here, or if you haven't grabbed it yet, this is the first step to applying these principles in your own journey. So head over to survivingthesidehustle.com/5 keys and download your free copy today. Again, that's survivingthesidehustle.com/5 keys. You don't really think clearly. Oftentimes you operate on emotion. The time to prepare for an emergency is before it actually happens. Most people are told, focus on one thing, master one single lane, get really good at this thing. But here's what Bart pointed out. The average millionaire has 5 to 7 streams of income. And there's a quote that most people misquote, jack of all trades, master of none. But the full version extends. He says, jack of all trades, master of none is often better than a master of one. That changes the meaning entirely. If one stream stops, you're potentially exposed. If one client leaves, you start to panic. One job ends, you're stuck scrambling. Multiple streams aren't distraction, they're insulation. Bart shared how one of the wildest metaphors changed everything. There was hanging from a bungee cord, building a way to let go safely mid-air. He didn't know 100% if it was going to work. He knew 99%. And essentially that's entrepreneurship. You never have full certainty. You need experience, calculated risk, and the willingness to jump. The first step is always the hardest, and after that, momentum should help carry you the rest of the way there. And the final lesson from Bart's conversation was that subtlety is important, but many beginners quit too early. They start one idea, they start to doubt themselves, pivot, start again with another idea, doubt again, and they never really finish anything. So Bart emphasized finish one. Once you complete one side hustle successfully, your self-trust starts to explode. You stop questioning your ability, and then confidence starts to compound. So that's not necessarily saying, that's not contradicting what he was saying about sticking, you should be spreading yourself out. You should consider developing other skills and spreading yourself out. But the idea is you want to follow through to the fullest, not just give up as soon as things start to get challenging. One of my favorite parts of the conversation was that Bart was talking about needing to lose weight. Most people would just lose weight. But he went out and was like, all right, I'm tackling this thing full on. He bought a domain called backtomyweightingweight.com. And why? Because if he was going to do it, he was going to get paid for it. Later, eventually he ends up losing his leg. Most people would focus purely on the recovery aspect, like getting back to being full health. But he walks into his prosthetic office and says, you don't got a guy that does what I can do. So when he went through things, there was somebody that he was able to contact and talk about to go through some of the emotions and things that were going to pop up. And he went to his doctor and says, you don't have one of these guys. I'm your guy. So then he turned the event or situation of himself getting his leg amputated into an income stream. So now listen carefully. The lesson isn't to just chop off your body parts for business, but the lesson is if you're going through something, chances are someone else is too. So if you solve it for yourself, you can help others and get by guiding them through it as well. That's purpose-driven monetization. And according to Bart, people pick the wrong side of hustle, or they don't commit long enough to know if that side actually even works. You'll know it's working and that it's right when your energy begins to shift. Your clarity starts to sharpen up. You can explain it easily, and the internal alignment really is what matters here. So go back, check out the full episode with Bart, because it was a powerful one on ownership, opportunity, intentionality, all of these things. And Bart is somebody who doesn't wait for permission. He creates leverage and takes action. He ended with something critical in our interview. He said that if you're not out there actively trying to learn AI, you're going to get left behind. This isn't something that's just all hype. It's leverage. It's a tool that you can start to learn today. Like right now, AI can help you write your marketing, structure your offers, analyze your data, build systems. What it does is it compresses time. And time is your most valuable asset as a side hustler. If you can move 3 times faster, test 3 times faster, and fail 3 times faster, you're going to figure out what works and eventually win. Let's land this whole idea here, because right now in life, what are you already doing? And think about what is it that you can do or you are doing that could generate income? What skills are you underestimating that you have? What experiences have you survived that somebody else would pay to help you through them? Remember, you're not stuck. You're just not looking at it from the right direction. So here's your homework this week. Make 3 lists, a list of things that you enjoy doing. What are you already good at? What problems have I already solved? Then ask the only question that really matters. How can I monetize this? Don't overthink it. Don't wait for it to be perfect, and don't wait on permission. Just take the step, do the little exercise, and see what comes of it. Because opportunities are everywhere. Most people walk right past them. So stop leaving money on the table, reflect honestly, choose intentionally, and get out there and keep surviving the side hustle. That's all for today's episode of Surviving the Side Hustle. If you found value here, please don't forget to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening from. And please create a shared success by helping us share this episode with someone who you think would benefit from today's conversation. And finally, don't forget to connect with us at survivingthesidehustle.com and give us a follow on social so that we can take part in following along in your entrepreneurial journey. Until next time, remember, success doesn't require a complete sacrifice, just strategy, momentum, and the right support.